Bom dia de Porto. Today we're in Porto exploring the city. This is the second part of this series, so for the first part, please see the link in the description. It's finally stopped raining and the sun is shining, so today we are going for lunch at a vegetarian cafe called Honest Greens, which was recommended by our host. They basically serve Buddha bowls and you can decide what you have in your Buddha bowls. I've got a vegetarian tofu bowl, but my partner I think has salmon, so you can kind of mix it up with what you want in your bowl. It was really tasty and we actually ended up going here twice during our week in Porto. After lunch we walked through the district of La Ribera, which is quite a famous area of Porto. It has those beautiful tiled townhouses that Portugal is renowned for. Lots of cobbled streets filled with cafes and shops. We've booked a boat tour to go from here tomorrow, so we actually came down to see where we needed to get the boat from, but you can check out my video on that again in the description. And this zoomed in view shows some of the port houses across the opposite side of the river where you can go and have a lovely drink. And here's where we walked yesterday along the top of the bridge and then down that steep hill all the way to the bottom where the port houses are before realising there is a pedestrian bridge across the bottom. These trams run across the entire city, but you do have to be careful because people freeload off the back and they will swipe your phone out of your hand given the opportunity. The most famous display of azulejo tiles, which are the traditional Portuguese tiles in Porto, is actually in São Bento Central Station. Visitors from all over the world come to Porto just to see the azulejo tiles. We walked up a giant hill to go to the Porto Cathedral. We wanted to go to the Livraria Lello, which is the bookshop where they filmed some of the Harry Potter scenes. However, you have to book tickets in advance. There's an online site you can go to book tickets. So we went for a drink while we passed the time and booked some tickets so we could go back later. We found this gorgeous bar on top of the shopping centre which had some really nice green space to just sit and relax. The Livraria Lello experience is kind of chaotic. They let far too many people in and they're making €5 for each person that comes in. There's no spacing, it's kind of a free-for-all. You can't really enjoy having a wander around because you can't see anything because there's crowds of people. We went on something like a Wednesday afternoon. It was a weekday. It wasn't an especially busy day. But as you can see, there were crowds and crowds of people. It's one of the most popular tourist attractions in Porto. If you don't love books and you don't love libraries or beautiful architecture, I wouldn't bother on this one, honestly. It's really crowded. We still had the afternoon free, so we decided to go to the beach. There are beaches in Porto. We got in a cab and went to the beach. The great things about Portugal is they have baggage deposits in the train station. This was one that our host recommended to us. Portugal loves its market, so we went to visit the Mercado de Bolao, which is a market selling fresh produce. While we were there, we visited the Fábrica de Pasta de Nata, which was the place we found on our first day. Before we left, we had to make another trip to Honest Greens because the food there was just superb. Portugal isn't especially vegetarian friendly. Most of their meals are very meat or fish orientated, so it can actually be really difficult to find vegetarian food, but this place was amazing. We finished the trip off with a sneaky sangria. Bye from Porto!